every Friday is our Friday injury report. And
poor doctor's got to hear us sing.
That's it. We love our Rothman docs. They're the best. Rothman. They have a team for every body part. Dr. Stache is a non-operative sports medicine physician, and he's the division chief for non-operative sports medicine at Rothman Orthopaedics. He's our man. Dr. Stache, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, buddy?
I don't need to go see those shows. I can just listen to you guys sing them online.
Doc's got strong glasses. Nice glass game.
I was about to say the same thing. I like those glasses, Doc.
Nice frames.
Appreciate that.
What's your sport, Doc? What's your favorite sport?
My favorite sport, I played college football, so I would say that's mine.
Oh, he's a leatherhead.
Who'd you play for?
Johns Hopkins.
Nice. That's all. What position?
Fullback. Going back. I'm wearing the glasses because my eyes are messed up from getting hit and head so much. So but you could trust me as a physician. I promise you.
Listen, any doctor who played fullback, I'm going to him first. All right, I go to you first, brother. That's awesome. And at Johns Hopkins, man, that's great.
Smart
Fantastic.
guys down there.
God bless you, buddy. Let's talk ankles, shall we? In fact, Jordan Mason, we just saw the ankle made. We have not touched on the ankle, right? So, what causes an ankle injury to persist, right? Like, what is one that's that lingering ankle thing?
Yeah, ankles are tough because you got a lot of bones in the middle of the ankle that then connect with the bones of the foot, right? So when you have a lot of bones, you got a lot of ligaments, and there's a lot of different ways that the ankle can move. For those of you who can see, I got a model here. All these little bands here, all the ligaments. I'm prepared, yeah. And so, when it comes to all these little bones being held together in the movement, you roll this way, you injure that ligament, you roll that way, you injure that ligament. And so it's like an additive effect, and then it's all about the forces, right? So the traditional ankle sprain is kind of when your foot rolls in, outside of your ankle goes out. So like one of these.
Like playing basketball.
Yeah, exactly. You went up for the rebound, you landed on the other guy's foot. And those can be pretty severe. We grade them on a scale. So, the higher the grade, the longer it's going to take. But generally, they have a pretty normal trajectory where we can understand that you're going to recover. The opposite, which is what happened in our snake bit San Francisco guy, is the internal rotation or the high ankle sprain where the foot rolls in. And those or the high ankle sprain, they take longer. It's a much more challenging injury because it destabilizes not only the ankle ligaments, but also the ligament between the tibia and the fibula, which can then really cause problems with stability.
So, I had a stupid accident, right? So my kids were playing at Ripken. My kid plays 11U travel baseball, right? So we were at Ripken, and it's a beautiful facility. It was really cool. They have all these fields set up. Looks like Camden Yards. There's a Citizens Bank Park. But there was a part where they have picnic tables and concession stands, and there were rocks, and then there was a curb. And you couldn't tell where the curb, that there was a curb there. So, of course, I'm going, and I roll my ankle and fall to the ground. That thing, obviously there's swelling, but it turned red and blue, like from the middle of my ankle through the top of my foot was like nasty, man. It was like purple and red. And what happens? Is that just the blood? Is it what is that? Yeah.
Yeah, so ligaments have a blood supply and then all the surrounding tissues. So when you damage them, simply even stretching, they're going to bleed. And so, like significant ankle sprains tend to have a lot of bruising, and then people get nervous because gravity pulls it down to their toes and they think something's wrong with their toes, and it turns a bunch of different colors. But yeah, they can look pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it was pretty nasty. I wore it as a badge of honor.
Yeah,
I might have the picture. I'm going to look for it.
Oh, I said it to Andrew. I said it to Andrew. I go, dude, look at my ankle, man. Oh my God. But it's one thing if you're playing ball. I'm just being dad and roll my ankle. That's not cool.
Yeah, I mean, we see people in the office every day with, it's a super common injury. Like,
Yeah,
I rolled mine in the park running and trying to avoid a dog,
Yeah, exactly. It's weird because stupid things like you don't see a rock or you don't see a curb or something, and just that little kind of instability in your footing could force your ankle to turn.
So then you translate that to NFL and high speed game, planting, cutting. There's been a lot of talk about differences in surfaces. Really common injury.
What is the duration of the recovery time?
Yeah, for lateral ankle sprains, usually you can kind of project it, on the grades, grade 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, and then kind of up from there. Good grade 3 ankle sprain with a severe kind of full tear, you're looking at a good, 8, 10 weeks before you can really kind of get back. Now, obviously, guys in the NFL, they have access to resources that the average person doesn't, so that often expedites the recovery. The high ankle sprain, there's some trends now where there's procedures being done to try to expedite the recovery there. One of the things that's pretty cool that they're doing is if it's a really bad ankle sprain, and I have no idea what they're doing for Mason, but they basically drill a hole and run this stirrup through to tighten it down and hold the bones together. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's basically recently, yeah.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah, so it's all about returning that stability to allow the ankle to start to recover.
Huh. That's fascinating. When does it become a real issue like a Liz Frank when you suffer?
Great question. And this is another really devastating injury that happens a lot to NFL linemen. That's actually further down in the foot between the bones. And so there's this really critical ligament, the Liz Frank ligament, that's deep in there. And if you fall on a flexed foot, this is harder than you think to line up with this camera here, where the foot flexes and then it separates the bones and it creates instability in the foot. And so every time your foot steps down, you feel like your toes are splaying apart with a lot of pain. And that's typically something that needs to be treated a little bit more aggressively, and surgery is often considered in high-level athletes.
Oh, Doc, you're amazing, man. God bless you. You're fan. We love visiting with our Rothman docs every week, man. You have the picture? This is what it looked like.
Good one.
It's a nice ankle.
Yeah.
I was like, you believe it?
It's a badge of honor for sure. Yeah, I get that to you.
Doc, you're the best, brother. Listen, happy holidays to you. All right,
yeah,
happy
holidays,
New Year. God
Christmas
bless you and your family, man.
Take care of yourself.
Thanks, buddy. Dr. Stache, man, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, I like. Also,
the props, man.
Yeah, I like a guy who leans non-operative too.
Yes. Yeah. Well, listen, I told you, that's why I trust Rothman. They're amazing. My Achilles, again, using nitro packs.
Yeah.
Right. They usually use for people for their heart. Mm-hmm. They put it on my Achilles tendon to stimulate blood flow there because it's not a high blood supply area, and it worked.